Hi, my name is John.
Hi John, my name's Sarah.
Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you. How's it going today?
Oh, not too bad at all.
Good. Okay, so for today what we're going to do is we're just going to go over a couple of baseline questions. These questions will just determine just like borderline things about yourself that like moving forward I'll be able to create specific goals for you.
Okay.
So the first one is, what brought you here today? Did you choose our gym kind of out of the blue? Were you referred to me and our gym, or?
I have a few buddies that trained through this gym and did really well with the program, and so they kind of didn't directly refer me, but hearing their stories pulled me towards this gym.
Okay, sweet. Have you ever had a trainer before?
Yeah, I have had a couple of trainers in the past, whether it's through athletics or just in general. So I'd say probably like 2 to 3 in the past. Yeah.
Okay, so you mentioned athletics. You play sports?
Yeah, I do. I play for the men's volleyball team at NAIT.
Okay. Did you play any sports before that?
Yeah, I played for the junior national team baseball, and
Okay.
then all through high school played all the sports
Okay.
there. So.
Cool. So day to day, what do you do for a living? Do you go to work, or are you at school, or?
Typically at school, usually from about 8 till 4,
Okay.
and then practices afterwards from anywhere from 4 till 10 o'clock at night. So.
Okay. What do you do at school? What are you taking?
I'm taking the denturist program.
Okay. So do you have lots of like sitting and hunched over positions, or you're walking around most of the time?
Typically sitting
Okay.
at a bench working with our hands and stuff like that.
Okay.
So yeah, definitely accompanied with some walking in the clinic, but mostly sitting, yes.
Okay. Sounds good. So typical day, you said 8 to 4, and then what are your evenings? Do you have any hobbies, or you said NAIT athletics? So.
Yeah, typically evenings are consisting of practice at this point.
Okay.
Otherwise, training in the gym or stuff like that, just by myself or with my team.
Okay.
But otherwise, yeah, that's pretty much it so far.
What kind of training do you guys do with your team? Is it mostly like weights, or is it agility kind of specific?
Essentially just weights to this
Okay.
point. With practice and stuff, we do our other stuff there, but mostly just been weight based, yes.
How often do you guys go in the gym?
We have 2 nights a week,
And then practices are?
4 nights a week.
Okay, so
Yes.
pretty much every day.
Yeah.
And then what about your weekends?
Typically Fridays and Saturdays are game days,
Okay.
so it's about 6 days a week commitment.
So you have Sundays off?
Yes.
Nice, nice. How is your nutrition? Do you meal prep a lot, or?
Yeah, I try to. Definitely there's lots of like on the go foods just because of the busy schedule and stuff
Yeah,
like
that makes
that,
sense.
or lack of meals because of that same schedule. So.
Yep.
But otherwise, like when I have the chance to make food, it's typically pretty healthy. Yes.
Okay, sounds good. How much sleep do you get on a regular basis?
Pretty minimal.
Okay.
It's been I would say probably about 6 hours a night, if
Okay.
that. I'd say.
Okay. Do you guys have like lots of late practices then, or are you done usually around 5-ish?
No, we have 2 nights a week that we're done at 10,
Okay.
which results in late evenings, and then the rest on weekends we're done at typically 11 o'clock or 10 o'clock. So those nights are usually really late.
Okay.
And then with 8 o'clock a.m. Classes the next day, it makes it very hard to.
So like lots of like different times and stuff, like you're not on a real schedule.
No,
every
very
day.
furthest thing from a schedule. Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
sounds good. Moving forward, do you have any injuries or medical concerns that I should know about?
Yeah, I have a herniated disc in my back.
Okay.
Patellar tendinosis in my left knee and
Okay.
patellar tendonitis in my right knee.
So for the back, was that recently or?
That was in 2012.
Okay.
So yeah, it was about 7 years ago.
Okay.
Yeah.
So does it still bug you a lot? And
It's resulted in some issues, but definitely not to the point where it's like not as bad as it was then for
do
sure.
you feel it when you're training, like when you're doing certain activities?
Not typically,
Okay.
no. It's more after training.
Okay, and then your knees, you feel?
Yeah, they're pretty
okay.
bad.
Okay.
They've been like any kind of squat or
Okay.
explosive movement with my quads is when it starts to really
Okay.
hamper things. So yeah.
Okay, sounds good.
Mhm.
Moving forward, how dedicated are you to start working with us and kind of getting your stuff on the go, and like what can I do to help motivate you to keep you coming?
I'd say that it's one of those things where I definitely want to get going pretty soon,
Okay.
and as often as possible with the busy schedule.
Mhm.
I think, and then in terms of motivation to keep me coming is going to be just keeping on track of things, making sure that like little reminders here and there and stuff like that. And then I'm more of a hands-on type of learner, so any kind of like tips or advice in the gym when we're actually doing the movements to help them be proper and stuff like that would be greatly appreciated.
Okay.
So yeah.
Sounds good.
Mhm.
So the last one is just, do you have any specific goals that I can start looking into?
Yeah, I think in terms of athletically, I'd like to improve my vertical jump
Okay.
for my spike touch for
Okay.
volleyball. And then just in terms of day-to-day life, maybe a little bit more fit and toned just for appearance wise and stuff like that, and then just living a healthy lifestyle for the most part.
For you guys' volleyball season, are you guys almost done, or when would we like to start up?
Yeah, we should be done after the first weekend in March.
Okay.
So it'll be another month and a half ish.
Okay.
Yeah.
Alright, so you mentioned one of your goals was to improve your vertical jump. So right now, what is your vertical jump, and what is it like? What would you like it to be before like the next season?
Currently I'm sitting at 11 feet 2 inches.
Okay.
I would like to get to 11.5 or 11.6.
Okay.
So about like a 4-inch increase. Just it'll help me with overall performance and stuff like that.
So. Is that kind of like related to the other people on your team, or is that?
No, that's more so for myself.
Okay.
I think that with an extra 4 inches, I'll be able to perform at a higher level, and it'll help me to be more effective for my team in all aspects of the game. So, yeah.
Sounds good. That's all I got for you, and we'll meet soon.
Awesome. Thank you very much.
Nice to meet you.